Hello and welcome to my next video of House Flipper 2. This is the flooded summer house. So I'm just doing a bit of a voiceover and going through the buy pictures so you can see what they've got for sale here. And then going to the house. This first little bit will be the walkthrough, and so that I can get some before and after pictures for the next video. This is going to be part 1. There will be a part 2 to this because the cleanup is going to take an hour, so it is quite extensive. I did find this entry a little, enclosed. So I do open this up. It is like a really fun mess to clean up too. This side door I end up getting rid of, which you'll see later in the video. And I do keep this a bathroom. The whole design of it, though, it is a little unfortunate that if you want to use the main bathroom, you have to go through that office in the back. I turned it into an office and not a bedroom. And this, I don't keep a bathroom because there's a larger bathroom on the other side of this wall. So I turn that into something else. And I take that door out. And then I think these, I think there's a bathroom in the middle. It's like bedroom, bathroom, bedroom. Oh yeah, here's the other bathroom. Oh right, they're kids' rooms. I do leave them as kids' rooms. I actually kept that part. And now for cleanup. I believe I kept the same color on the house. I just repaired where it's all gapping. Snowball's going crazy, running from window to window because I opened the windows. So she's smelling all the fresh air. And then she'll jump on me, and her little bean toes are like super cold and her ears are cold. Because she's sitting in the window too long. I'm currently kind of out of sequence from doing the voiceovers. Like, I'm doing a voiceover for this flooded summer house, yet I've already completed the next house. So I'm kind of behind in doing these voiceovers. So I'm trying not to talk about any of the future upcoming houses because you haven't seen them yet, but I have. So it's hard. It's so hard not to like say anything or give spoilers or anything like that. I think I mentioned in my last video that I did figure out the glass wall thing. So that was another like, I know the fire was in the update, and I noticed the pillows. I actually read that in the notes about the pillows being added, and there's now carpet under a flooring option, so you can do wall-to-wall carpet. I read that part, and the curtains, I read that, but for some reason I missed the glass wall. I didn't know they added that to the menu. And then when I found the glass wall, I didn't know you can edit the size of it. I thought you were stuck with a little square. So I just kind of left it, like, I didn't try using it because I thought, oh, well, I don't want a little square. I want a glass wall, right? I want it big. So that was kind of my fault. I should have finished reading the notes. Look how tiny the original kitchen is, too. It's just this tiny little room. Okay, so I did do another really quick house flip. It was a tiny house on the beach, and I forget what the name of it is, but it was small. Like, it was so small, and I got like 27,000 for the flip. It didn't take long at all. I didn't do much to it. I didn't renovate much of it. So it's just a really quick video too, so that'll be coming up in the future. But I forgot that I wanted to test out if more bedrooms gives more value. So I think my next house flip, I forget, I only have 2 houses left that I haven't flipped yet, that I haven't purchased at all. So one of those 2 houses, I'm gonna have, my whole plan is to have 2 bedrooms side by side, take the wall out the middle, make it into one giant bedroom, post it, see how much I get, and then cancel the sale, and then go back in and put the wall back, and then add a second bed, or add a bed to that second bedroom, make it into like a second bedroom. So that's my plan for the next house flip. And I wouldn't have been able to do it with that little tiny beach house anyway, because the rooms were so small and the bedrooms were actually divided. There was a bathroom in between them, and they were on the opposite ends of the corner. So it was kind of like an L shape, right? Like bedroom, bathroom, bedroom, but in an L shape. So my plan to take out a wall and put back a wall wouldn't have worked on that house. Another thing that I wanted to try too is separating a kitchen. So putting in a wall and then just putting in one of those archways in between and separating the kitchen from a living room, versus having like a kitchenette on one side of the room and then the living room area on the other side of the room, but having just one giant room. I want to see if I get more by putting in a wall. So I want to do that separately though. I don't want to do that along with the bedroom plan, because I won't know which one is giving me more or less money. So like if I put a wall in between, my giant bedroom and turn it into 2 bedrooms, and then I go put a wall between my kitchen and my living room, how am I supposed to know which one affected the cost or the sale price, So that's, maybe I'll do that trick on the other house, because I have 2 houses left. So I'll try the bedroom thing on one house, and then I'll try that living room kitchen separation wall division thing with the other house. So that's my plan. And yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited to finally end it too. Like, this is just gonna be all the houses. I'll have seen all of them and have purchased all of them. And after that, I may go into Sandbox, because I tried editing the PC's family home, and I tried putting in a vaulted ceiling in the entry, like in like mansions, when you walk into the main door and you look up and it's like a 2-story entrance, and you have like a big grandiose door with like an extra tall window on top of it, and then you have a chandelier, and then you have like a big impressive staircase. That's what I was going for, and you'll see in a future video that didn't happen. So yeah, it was terrible. I'm gonna name it Monstrosity. So in whatever upcoming video comes up, I think it'll probably be like video number 32 or something like that. I don't know what video number it's gonna be. It'll be named Monstrosity. It's terrible. Like, just terrible. I sold it. I didn't want to deal with it. But currently in this video right now, I'm trying to get window real estate. I want I had wanted to try to pull that wall out to make it even with the front of the house, so that I can just do a row of windows, and that I can get a full view of the ocean. And then I end up fiddling with this for way too long and thought, oh, I can't leave it overlapped like that. And then I kind of regretted selling the piece that was there, and then I go back and forth on it. And it's, looking on it now, I should have just deleted this part, but you get to see my struggles. I ended up deciding to just go with a new fence altogether because I couldn't get that other one to fit back again. And yeah, this is just my confusion at trying to figure out how I'm going to fix my mess. And like, this is all for nothing anyway, because I end up actually pulling that section out. I'm struggling with it because I saw it briefly go into the rail, and I'm trying to get it to do that again, and it's not going on the rail, and I just give up. It looks like I'm going with the driftwood theme for this one, which is kind of common for my beach houses. I usually do driftwood for the beach. Mainly because it's like a light wood. See, I'm still struggling with that stupid rail. Wow, I actually did it? Nice. I thought I gave up. I don't know why I'm not cleaning at this point. Like, what the heck am I doing? I'm just kind of wandering around. Did I even go upstairs yet? Oh yeah, I did. Kids' rooms. And now the demolition. You see, my thought was, if I can kick this wall out, then I can put a window there and I'll be able to see the ocean from the living room. And it won't just be like that, like where the kitchen was. Because where that kitchen was is the only place that we'll see the ocean other than the bedroom upstairs. Okay, I'm back. I just had to cough and clear my throat because I was starting to sound like a ghoul. Speaking of ghouls, has anybody seen Fallout? I think think I mentioned that I went to go and see my friend and we were watching The Gentleman, and I asked her if she wanted to switch to Fallout. And we switched to Fallout. I ended up watching Fallout again with her with the first 2 episodes. So I'm probably going to end up watching the whole season again. I kind of binge watched all the way through all 8 episodes, and now I'm watching it through a second time. It's so awesome. I love that show. I love The Last of Us too. That one was like really awesome. I played The Last of Us, but only up to a certain point. And then I didn't play all the way through. But in the opening pilot, like the very first intro to that TV series, was so much like the game. It was crazy. They did such a good job on that. I noticed Fallout, I think it's Fallout 4, is on the Steam banner page now. Or it might be the first Fallout. I'm not sure which one, but the game is now being advertised because the TV series is out now. So I guess they have people looking for it. Okay, so at this point too, I didn't know that I could have just selected that roof and extended it. Now I know that. But when I was doing this, I didn't know that. So here's some of my struggles. This is something else I should have really cut out, but I didn't. I actually should have sped this up even. I tried copy and pasting. I thought maybe I could take that design of whatever it is and copy and paste it, and it doesn't work. So I looked at how that one was done, and the roof pitch is 2, right? So I put the roof pitch to 2. I put it on sloped, but it's sloping the wrong way. See, and I'm kind of an idiot because those little arrow stretchy guides and stuff like that, if I had thought about it, I would have realized I could have selected the roof that's existing and sitting right there and just stretch that one. But no, I didn't think that. Because I'm too preoccupied with trying to adjust this one so bad. Yeah, so you get to suffer along with me and watch me like kind of like blunder at trying to install a roof. Okay, so I'm doing the sloped on the first go. See, and then I realized that it's only going in a certain direction. Okay, so this took me forever to figure out. And to save you the suffering that I had to go through, I cut it. And it was about 10 minutes of me fiddling with this roof, trying to get it right. And I don't know why I didn't realize that I could have just selected the other roof and extended it. But instead, I ended up adding on a whole nother roof section when I didn't have to. But here's the finally getting it to connect with the other roof in the house and installing the roof overhang. So, yeah, I will save you the having to watch that struggle, and I will cut it out. Oh my god, now I'm trying to copy and paste the style. That's not gonna work. You need paint. Go get your paint can. I honestly don't know where my brain was at this point. Okay, so here's the new addition. And then this will let me put the windows along the whole front. This would have been a good house to try the whole division of the kitchen living room theory, had I remembered. Oh, look, I missed a spot. And then there's that slanted ceiling there, too. Oh, good, I figured it out. I wonder if it's stucco white or if it's that plaster white. See, because I'm not sure if I really just have to do the gray stripes or if I actually have to paint over all of the white bits. Because it looks like it's stucco. I tried this new game. I tried the demo, and it's Espresso Tycoon, I think. I think it's called Espresso Tycoon. One sec. Let me look. Yeah, it's Espresso Tycoon. I tried the demo for it, and I'm not impressed. Oh my god, Chewy was just humping Nibbler. I mean, I was watching somebody covering it. One sec. Okay, I'm back. I just had to break something. But yeah, I was watching somebody reviewing it, and he said that replay isn't going to be that great. There is a campaign mode, like a story mode that you can go through. There are a lot of options. You need to like keep up with your inventory. You can create new drinks, and it's basically building up like a coffee shop, which I thought I might like because like I love cappuccinos and espressos and stuff like that, and I love coffee, and I like the look of them too, like just with the foam on top, and or there's the kind of like the iced coffees that you can get from like Starbucks or, you know, Tim Hortons if you're in Canada, and they'll have like the darker coffee in, and then they'll put the milk in, and it's kind of swirled around, so it almost looks like marbled, and it looks appealing, you know, like that initial, and then you kind of, when you get it and you shake it around and you make sure it's mixed, you know, like, and then it all turns like a light kind of coffee color. But that initial first receiving of it and seeing that white swirl throughout your dark coffee, it looks so inviting. And same thing with cappuccinos when you get them and they have that little design on the top, and I just thought it was a fun potential game. But yeah, after playing the demo, I don't think I'm gonna get it. I'm still kind of searching for, you know, that next kind of house flipper kind of game that I'm just gonna want to play, that's got that creative element to it. Something that like it's almost like any house that I do isn't gonna end like anyone else's. Like I feel like my house will always be different to whatever else somebody else has done. One sec. One of the things too I like to do is if I found that I had some difficulties with a particular house, like for instance the triangle house, right? The pyramid house, the Hostel. What was it again? Something Hostel. I'll try and find another YouTuber that's doing House Flipper 2 videos and see if they renovated that same house and see what they did with it. Just kind of out of curiosity. And that example house too, I haven't found somebody yet that's done it. I checked a couple channels, but nobody seems to have done it for the ones that I checked, but I still have a few more like gaming channels that I can check because I'm kind of curious, because that one was a little tricky, especially the windows. And I remember Grillmaster did the it's not the Colossal House, it's Coastal Residence, and he did the same thing. He'd filled in the bottom and he put a wall all the way around and took all the pillars down because it was on stilts. Even though it's not the house on stilts, it was the Coastal Residence. And he put walls in and put rooms down there too. And I believe his build was extremely long as well. Just because just doing that alone just adds on so much time. I also think time is also a factor. It's the time you've put in because it knows how long you've spent on a build. And because like when you go into the Steam library and you go like, it'll say playtime. Like currently I'm sitting at 153 hours of playtime of House Flipper 2. So the game keeps track of how long you've been renovating a house. So I think that also has some like some result of how much you may get offered. And it is different too. Like I know like Grillmaster got like a certain amount on one of his houses, whereas I think I got an extra like 10,000 over what his offer was. But it's also probably because I spent more time playing that house. It was the Coastal Residence house, and I know I spent a long time on that house, like at least a week. It was crazy. But yeah, like I know it has to do with time as well, and then it also has to do with the amount of changes you've made. So like if you just go in and clean and sell it, then you're not getting much. I think I did that with that tiny little beach house that I just sold today, actually, earlier today. And I got to 27,000 because all I did really was clean and buy a few pieces of furniture. And then there was another house where I just cleaned and replaced what was broken or deteriorated. And that one, I didn't get much for that one either. I got like maybe 19,000. Because I didn't paint either. I didn't really do anything. I don't think I painted at all. Oh my god, Chewy is humping Nibbler. Oh, no wonder it's 9:30. For some reason, he gets all feisty at around 9:30 or 10. And it's not because it's almost time for food. I think it's just he's super awake. Oh my god, running logic, 1 minute. Oh my god, my cat just went on my lap on my computer. Such a brat. She's so little too, so she gets in all over the place. I have to clip her nails. She grabbed my hand and she got her claw right in between my fingernail and like the squishy part of my finger, and it got stuck. And then she's trying to pull on her paw, and I'm like, oh my god. It's so bad. Her nails are like little needles. They're so sharp. And she like cries bloody murder whenever I try to cut her nails. Like I'm torturing her. Like she just screams, and like I'm not even clipping her nail yet, and she's freaking out. And she's done this since she was a baby. Like when she was a kitten, I was trying to get her used to having her little paws handled so that I could trim them. And I'm very gentle, and I started just kind of pushing on her little bean toe to get her nail to come out. And she didn't like that. She tried to pull her paw away. So I thought, I'm just trying to get her used to the sensation of having me pull her nail, or push on her bean toe to get her nail out. So then eventually I was able to clip a few, and I would just trim the very tips just to take that pinprick sensation out of her little kitten nails, because it's like getting stabbed with a needle whenever she would like claw at us when she was a kitten. So it just kind of progressively got worse, and she just didn't want me to touch her paws or her nails or anything like at all. And I don't know why her new favorite thing is to claw at the curtains. So she'll go in like each of the windows and stick her claws on the curtains and then pull them off. And she's like leaving all these little kind of cloth indentations in the curtains now because she keeps clawing at them. Like she doesn't claw and drag, she picks. She's so bad. Kind of like when Homer grabs Bart Simpson and like strangles him. That's what I feel like sometimes. It's like, oh my god. But yeah, I have no idea why she doesn't want to have her nails clipped. My last two cats were so good. I could just sit them on my lap and kind of sit them upright, and then take each of their paws, clip all their nails on all 4 feet, and then put them down, and just like not a peep. Like they didn't care. They were fine with it. And I tried to train her the same way, and she's just not having it. She just doesn't want her nails clipped. She doesn't want her paws touched, nothing. And she just freaks out whenever I try. It's almost dinner time for everybody, so I think once this video is over, then I'm gonna have to go and get the bunnies their lettuce and their kibble, and give Snowball her evening treat. She's in the bathroom yelling right now. She's just meowing by herself in the bathroom. She's so weird. And Chewy, our nibbler, is eating old lettuce from this morning. You can hear crunching. One second. Easy and running around the house like a nut. I actually bought the game Stray. I bought it, I think it was a Black Friday deal, because I got it for like half price during like Christmas, or right before Christmas. And I haven't played it yet. I don't think I'll record it though, because it's or I'm not gonna like post it on the channel or anything, because it's the same for everybody. It's kind of like if you want to watch a playthrough of Stray, anybody that's covered that game, it's going to be the same because it's a story game. So there won't be anything different. I might, however, play a little bit of The Sims 4. Yeah, that one, like, I find that The Sims 4, no matter who I've watched who's playing The Sims 4, the houses are always different. The characters definitely always different. And their preferences and what they pick for their profession, what they pick for their, their traits, everything is different. So I like the variety of that game and the differences that I would have compared to somebody else who's playing. There's this one girl that I watch. Her name's the Whiny Brit, and she's only plays Sims 4. Like, that's her thing. That's all she does is upload Sims 4. But she'll have different like kind of scenarios. So she'll like, you know, do like a teen mom, and she'll have like a young adult who's pregnant and still living at home with her parents, and oh, how is she gonna get along? And you know, or she'll like hide the baby. I think she did an episode where she was a teen mom, and she tried to hide the baby and keep the baby away from the parents so that the parents didn't know. There was another one where she had like a homeless sim. She put their money to 0, and then the only time they could eat is if they had earned enough money, like busking or playing the guitar for tips, right? And or singing at the bar, and her character would get like just enough money to get something to eat, and then she was sleeping on park benches, and it's always like a different scenario that she comes up with. And her houses too always look different than like anything that I would do, anything that I've seen anybody else do. So it's going to be completely different though, building in The Sims 4 compared to building in House Flipper 2. I still find that like in Sims 4, if you zoom in, like if you go in almost character perspective or first person, then you can kind of see not quite House Flipper view. Like you won't see it. I don't think you would see it this close. Like how, you know, I'm seeing this house right now. But I mean, it would be a closer up view than bird's eye. That's another thing too. I find that most of the time I'm at like a bird's eye with a slight angle all the time in The Sims 4. I don't go into like first person at all, really. Oh, this is when I was trying to I was confused as to what that stripe is, and then if that stripe was on the front of the house, and then I was trying to figure out if I wanted to keep it or if it was too much trouble to keep it. And so I keep going back and forth, and then I think I just give up and just stick with it. I also wondered if the natural wood that I'm putting up right now was the deteriorated version of that darker blue. So that was another thing I was concerned about. I thought, am I just covering the entire house with deteriorated wood? Like, and then it took me a minute to figure it out. It's just a pattern. It's not bad wood. I separated Chewy from Nibbler, and now Nibbler is trying to get to Chewy, and he's like digging at the fence divider. He was like trying to bite his way through to try to get to Chewy. I feel so bad for them because like, okay, so I think I put up a couple pictures at the end of this video, and this is when I feel like an evil queen, and I'm separated like two best friends, and they're not able to be with each other because me, the wicked queen, has come in, and I'm keeping Chewie in a tower or something, and I'm not allowing them to be together. And they've been separated, and I feel terrible. But I don't trust him to be alone with him that long while I'm sleeping. Like, it's just too long. I was at my friend's for about 5 hours, and they were by themselves, and they were together for 5 hours. But that was kind of their sleepy time, because usually late afternoon they sleep. It's only like at night they kind of get frisky and come alive and start looking around to do no good. But but here's an upcoming photo. I'm just gonna save it. And here's a photo of them licking each other through the fence. And a photo of them sleeping together. And then them together. So, yeah, I'm gonna go, and I will see you in part 2. Okay, and bye.